The reason as to why you guys even have a much harder time saying particular sounds out loud is because you guys have bad speaking habits for those particular sounds. The whole answer is that you really have to make sure that you need to set up every single word in advance, especially the words out there that you actually have a lot of struggle with at first, right? So for example, if somebody has a hard time with the word D, words that start with the D sound, right? Then they have to have a lot more experience of saying those sounds, okay? The positions have to be set up in advance first in order for you to essentially speak them much more fluently and also that much better. And that is exactly how to really make sure that you can ensure yourself a lot more fluent speech. That is because you have to reach the right mouth positioning before you attempt mentally on saying the word out loud. And obviously, no, stuttering isn't a mental problem, it's a psychological. I'm sorry, it is not a psychological problem either. It is a processing problem that arises inside of the brain. Okay, so this is why, for you to actually have an interest in actually stopping the processing problem inside of the brain, you actually have to make sure that you have the habit of setting up every single word, especially the sounds that you actually have a harder time with. Okay, the words that you struggle with a lot, you have to have a lot more experience with first, and then everything else will ultimately fall into place. There's no doubt about that.